Why do schools don't teach entrepreneurship? This is a question that a lot of people ask. Let's talk about schooling and entrepreneurship. Many times people find entrepreneurship hard because they have been well schooled. Schooling is sort of opposite to entrepreneurship. And let me explain to you why. Many people have questions like this. Why don't they teach entrepreneurship at school? Should I skip school if I want to do business? Should I go to an MBA program to pursue entrepreneurship? Do I need to be technical? Do I need to know how to program if I want to start a company? Should I quit my job if I want to pursue my dream of entrepreneurship? Why selling something is so hard? Sometimes people ask questions like, I want to be an entrepreneur, but my parents are strongly against it. Should I listen to them? People ask questions like, I finally have a great idea. Should I quit my Silicon Valley job and start my business now? One time I have someone asking, what do I do to sell my idea to big companies? Why? How come the big companies don't listen to me? Who should I contact? A lot of people ask questions like, I'm 17 and I have $4,000. How do I become Elon Musk? This is a question that I really respect a lot. Let me try to answer that. After 10 years of really deep search, I have finally figured out the relationship between schooling and entrepreneurship. And here's a diagram. In this diagram, a journey of life is divided into three phases: the establishment, the entrepreneur zone, and the living zone. The establishment is sometimes also called the comfort zone. The living zone is sometimes also called business zone or sustained business. As you can see, business and the establishment are not at the same place. Picture a train system where different trains run on different tracks and people can switch between train to train. The comfort zone consists of schools and jobs, and is sort of like the passenger train. The business zone is sort of like the cargo train. The passenger train and cargo trains can run on the same track, but most of the people who are passengers do not understand anything about the cargo train business. And this is why entrepreneurship is so hard, because entrepreneurship is not about starting a company. It's not about opening a business. It's not about pursuing your dream. Entrepreneurship is the process of going from the comfort zone to the living zone. I have a Quora space where I entertain a lot of great questions. There's really no dumb business questions. Most people make the mistake of not asking any questions. They assume too much. Here are some good questions. Is business ethical? Does business have to be ethical? Can I make money quickly? Can I become a millionaire in 4 years? Now, those are not stupid questions. Those are valid questions. The short answer to the question of can I become rich quickly is shown in a picture like this. No matter how good your idea is, no matter how wonderful your business plan is, you have to build it. You have to build the train. You have to build the train track. You have to connect between the persons of interest and your product. And all those take time. That's why business takes time. School is leisure, but business is hard play. Business is not easy or hard. Business is not fun or hardship. Business is just business. Business is a kind of play. If you're familiar with building Lego, here's a difference between going to a school and an entrepreneur. In a school, you're given a plan and you're given a lot of standard parts. You build a wonderful model of something. In entrepreneurship, you're given a bunch of generic parts and you're supposed to build anything out of it, anything that you can sell. That's the hard part. Business is freestyle assembly of ideas. Now, to go from the establishment zone, the comfort zone, to the living zone is difficult. This involves a mindset change. You may still have the same mind, but your mind has to be set differently to travel between these two zones. At school, everyone will get a job and will earn money. That's the point of a school. The point of school is so that you can have a good living in the comfort zone. In business, you have to play to be number one. In business, number two do not get paid. If you look at this diagram, even in the business zone, there are small businesses and large businesses. Even in the large business, there is highly profitable companies and not so highly profitable companies. People that are highly admired, that Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, they have not only got to the living zone, they have not only got to the business zone, they have got to the top of the business world. That's why, from a school background, it is very difficult to imagine how to become one of them. In business, you have to play to be number one. Even in a weird sport called basketball, the number one makes a ton of money. Number two, don't make any money. Number two, don't get remembered. Business is different from schooling. The number one of every niche can be super rich. Let's look into school versus business. At school, you learn by reading. In business, you learn by making mistakes. You have to actually make every mistake. At school, you become first in class. In business, you have to become the first in the world of something. Even if you open a local small restaurant, you have to be the first in your local area in that restaurant category. In business, the learning is done by making mistakes. You have to try, you have to experiment, you have to make mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes just let you know that this is the wrong way to go. Why is business so hard? School is about earning money. Business is about making money. If you figure out how to make money, you can make unlimited amount of money. You can be the boss. You can have an easy life. But mind you, the easy life only comes after the hard life. There's no easy life without the hard life. For someone with a schooling background, to think of entrepreneurship is very difficult. Entrepreneurship and startup is just playing and making mistakes. If you consider that a torture, then it's just pure torture. If you consider making mistakes fun and interesting, then it is just pure joy. It is a mindset. For many people, entrepreneurship and business is the rest of the life that very few touch and poke. How do you do that? So how do you become a Elon Musk? How do you set yourself up a long, arduous, uncertain journey? Here are a few suggestions. Number one, all the risks and details are hidden until you do it. They're not taught in books. It may seem to you that there's nothing. There's no risks. There's no problems. But actually, if you start to get into the business, risks and details are everywhere. But they are hidden. That's what the books do not teach you. Second, you have to learn to sell something first. Even if you are a great inventor, you have to sell your invention against competitions. So learning to sell is a mandatory prerequisite for entrepreneurs. Don't start a company. Don't register a company. Don't start a business. Learn to sell something first. Third, start by doing something small, now, today. Do what you can right now. Don't prepare for tomorrow. Don't wait for yourself to be better. Don't wait for yourself to be more perfect. Start it now. Finish it now. Finish something small and then start something bigger after this. Thank you very much. I hope this clarifies some of the concerns and doubts and cloudiness involving entrepreneurship. A lot of well-schooled professionals, students, professors, technical people do not succeed in entrepreneurship. They fail miserably. But that's only because they have had too few failures.